Hello, dear aspirants and viewers. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss about an important and other Muslim political philosopher with reference to competitive exam and political science basic concept and Muslim political thoughts. Ibn Khaldun. Basically, Ibn Khaldun's full name was Abu Zayad Abdur Rahman bin Muhammad bin Khaldun. And Ibn Khaldun is to be known as father of sociology. Basically, he is to be considered as a founding father of a discipline that is to be known as sociology, which explains and discusses various aspects, various issues, various challenges of society and their solution. He mostly worked for a society, for social issues, for social fabric, for social development. So that's why he is to be known as father of sociology. But at the same time, Ibn Khaldun is also to be known as a renowned Islamic, Arabic scholar or philosopher and historian as well. And if we talk about his date of birth, his date of birth is May 27, 1332 in Tunis. Means to say in the mid of the 14th century almost, or the and his date of death is March 17, 1406 in Egypt. Means to say, normally we can consider he is the philosopher, Muslim philosopher of 14th century. And as you know that the concept of modern states is to be known as about in 16th century, and from the start of the 17th century, normally the concept of colonialism came into the world. So he is the Muslim political philosopher and father of sociology who belongs to with the 14th century. But his work, his theories, his thoughts still are very important in even in competitive exam, and he is included in political science, in the science of the state or the affairs of the state, in spite that he is to be considered as father of sociology. If we talk some other things, discuss some other things about Ibn Khaldun biography. So he served at various governmental positions, even as an advisor, or which is to be known as mushir or bureaucrat, and sometime he also served as a judge even. So practically he had input in the different dynasties and state system. To somehow he was capable to understand the internal factors and the affairs and the causes of rise and decline of the states. So if we talk about his notable work as a Muslim political philosopher, historian, he had a lot of work to discuss, but due to shortage of time, we are going to discuss his two the most important notable work. First one is Kitab al-Ibar, which is also to be known as Book of Lesson, in which he gave many thoughts which relate to the affairs of the state and society. At the same time, the Muqaddama by Ibn Khaldun is very famous even today, and many deepest thoughts are to be there for the rulers, for the subjects, for the citizens, for the society. So if we talk about his theory, so as we have to select a single theory in this video, and other work will be discussed in Ibn Khaldun's other video, part 2 and 3 inshallah in future. So the most important theory which was given by Ibn Khaldun, that is theory of Asabia or Asabia is the most important theory which is given by Ibn Khaldun. Asabia plays crucial role in the rise and fall of states or dynasties. Ibn Khaldun was convinced that this concept of Asabia or this Asbiyat plays so much important and crucial role even for the state that due to strong Asabia the states goes high and developed, but if there is weak Asabia then states may fall even and may face decline even. So now we have to understand what is the Asabia or what is this concept or theory. So Asabia basically is a shared identity and common interests which bind citizens with a community or a society. Means to say, for having the common objectives and shared identity, common culture, common heritage, common interests, common goals, and many factors may also be, which we will discuss in the next part of the video. So due to those factors, if the people, the citizens binds with a society and remain within that society with that identity and own that identity and always favors that identity, so this binding is to be known as Asabia. So this is to be considered, which is simply can be understand in like social solidarity, which can be simply understand to somehow nationalism, to somehow loyalty to state or society or community or where you are living for. So here we have to discuss a few other binding forces which works behind this concept of Asabia. The first and the most important thing is common goals and interests, as we have discussed in detail. Then culture and heritage may also be another concept or force behind this Asabia. Then same geography, religion even, and that is the most important thing, that is the religion, which even today's concept of clash of civilization is existing. So social identity, there is another binding force. So these are a few binding forces which are normally to be considered as the force of binding. And when there is a high or strong Asabia in the society of a state, that's mean that state will develop and grow. Like if the citizens, the community is very loyal to their state, then definitely they will pay taxes, definitely they will pay their civic and state duties in a proper way, definitely they will play justice, definitely they will abide by all the constitution, laws, ordinances of the state, and in this way the state will grow high and developed shortly. So if the this commitment, this spirit, this ideology, this Asabia is weak within a state, then what will happen? Then the state will face the decline that will cause and results the decline of the dynasties or the state and rise of new geography. Means to say, if there will be low this social solidarity among the society and the society will not be loyal to the state, to the affairs of the state, then what will happen? The geography will change, the culture will change, and other nearest state or dynasty who has a strong Asabia will come to take over that dynasty, and that will be a huge loss of that dynasty, which is also to be known as the cyclical or the cycle change of dynasties, which we'll discuss inshallah in next our video. And if we talk about with context of competitive exams like Asabia and CSS and PMS, this is the most important topic and theory, dear aspirants. If we review the competitive exams past paper, then you will have to see about 8 to 9 questions from directly or indirectly which linked with this concept, this theory of Asabia given by Ibn Khaldun. So as you know that in our these short videos we discuss shortly but try to discuss comprehensively, so hopefully you will be able to get the concept, you will be able to know about Ibn Khaldun and is this the most important theory. Thank you.